Okay, well, guys, we are now live on YouTube, so FYI, sorry to interrupt your conversation here on Discord. Welcome to you all, and I'm looking right down at my pedestal. I was setting my ILS there quickly, so welcome everybody on YouTube as well. If you guys look at the chat, you'll see I've managed to figure out how to pin something in the live chat, and that's your change log for 17B that I'm flying today. That's similar to what we had yesterday. Zibo's just tweaked it a little bit, make it a little bit more better. So anyway, you can click on it, it brings it up, and you click on it again, it stows it away. So I hope you guys like the new feature. I actually I've seen it on quite a few streams now, so I went looking how to do that. And good morning to you, Tommy, as well. And Ricardo here with us. Abiolo, good morning. Good morning, Krister. Right, okay, so first things first. I noticed that Starport has made changes to the load of importing and loading and getting the load into the Zibo. So I'm busy trying it out now as well. Why am I going there? Go there. You'll see everything is loading. So I don't know if they fixed it already or what the story is, but all of a sudden this morning when I go to the actual SAM window, I'll show you, and if it's changed now, then I do apologize, then it means they've changed something again. But anyway, this payload that's on page 1 in the plan, when you go to the pre-flight, it was different, and that was part of the problem we had with the Zibo. Now this morning, obviously now it's busy filling up and doing what it needs to do. So when it's done here, it must be the same as there, minus the payload of 1631, which is the crew. Alright, so what I'm trying to say to you is this page and this page was actually the same again tomorrow. So I don't know how these guys do it. They've got a magic wand somewhere on their server where they change something. So disregarding the fact whether you do an update of SAM or not, it seems they've got the ability to push things onto the server, and their software then obviously picks up on that, and it gives me a better feeling this morning, because it was actually compliant with the SimBrief profile, and if it loads correctly, then voila, problem solved. Then we can use the Zibo load, the external load function again. Right, then lastly, before I start really getting into setting up my aircraft, my nose is a little bit blocked, so I do apologize if I sound funny. I'll try keep the mic muted and things like that, so you don't have to listen to the snivels and everything. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the flight with us. And actually, if more guys can join us, there's still time. There's like 20 minutes before we have to depart, so you guys are welcome to fall in line here with CYVR. Explain 11 is stuttering a bit when I'm on the ground. Denmark? The only suggestion I have for you at this time, just thinking out loud, we can obviously talk about it more later, but if you look at your settings, let's do this, capture the display rather. If you look at your settings, make sure that you don't overestimate your computer, the performance and the resources that you have. Even I this morning had to bring down my number of world objects because I was getting 20 FPS here on the ground in Vancouver. Now I'm getting my 32 just by bringing one notch of the slider down. Unfortunately, it's very unreliable for me to tell you, copy my settings exactly, because your settings is obviously going to be different on your system because of your resources. But the gist of it is, do not overestimate your power of your PC. So if you look at the screen now, all I did this morning was I brought the world objects down one notch. I mean, it makes it scarce. It's not nice visually. But I mean, we're going to fly at 27,000 foot. We're not going to see much anyway. We're going to see different beauty because of the orthos and things. That's why we want to fly this route. It's a stunningly beautiful route to fly. But other than that, your other thing, anti-aliasing, that's a killer, man. Just don't go too high with anti-aliasing. Keep it low. Then there's two more things. If you are on a mechanical hard drive, make sure to defrag that hard drive. If you are on a SSD hard drive, please don't defrag it, you'll break it. There's a different technology called trim that you can possibly use. And then there is a utility called, what do we use? Sure. Crystal Disk Info. Crystal Disk Info is free. You can Google it, download it. You can actually test the health of your hard drive. If you've got multiple hard drives, it will test the health of all your hard drives. So you might be facing a problem like that. And lastly, the last thing that pops in my mind is your antivirus. I cannot emphasize it enough. Make sure. It doesn't matter even if you just use the normal Windows antivirus, this built-in thing that they've got. Exclude Explain and every application that touches Explain. Exclude it from the real-time scanner, because every time you open it, every time you close it, every time a calculation happens inside of it, it's going to want to virus scan it. And that will create stutters. It will create problems for you, low FPS, things like that. So please, please, please do that. Just, start from the basics. Scan the hard drive, make sure it's healthy. Defrag it if you can, don't defrag it if you shouldn't. I warned you about that one. Don't break your system. And say Nico said so. It wasn't me. Okay, so just work through those kind of things. And lastly, and how we started first of all, is do not overestimate your capability of your computer. Many guys go out, they buy $2,000-$3,000 worth of equipment, and then they think they can pull all the sliders all the way. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. Also, it's a personal thing. You'll have to work through that. Uncle John is one of the lucky ones. He spent a couple of bob, but I think, Uncle John, you ride with almost all your sliders full open, eh? He's not listening. He's probably making coffee. Anyway, all right. So, good morning, house, Gregory. There we go. Gregory, I suppose, is your name. Hassan, good morning. Arokal, good morning. Well, I can show you in my antivirus. If I quickly start it up here, if I go to, where is it? In setup. In setup, I'm using ESET. Let me just grab the screen capture again. So I'm using ESET, and under my setup, real-time protection, I go edit exclusions, and there you'll see my whole list. That's my whole list. See, starting all my explained folders, P3D, Microsoft 2020, everything is there. Any and everything that touches and interacts with any of the flight simulators, I just make sure that it does not scan it. It just keeps it off. All right, so you're going to have to Google or contact your supplier to ask them how they do it with your one, but that's the gist of it. Okay, so you use the Windows antivirus. You say, I don't use it, so I can't tell you offhand. I don't know. You'll have to Google it. The best information I can give is Google. Find out, because there's got to be a way of doing it. All right. On the other hand, let me show you what this Crystal Disk Info looks like as well while we're talking about this display capture. I'm just waiting for it to start up, if it will. Yeah, there we go. So this is Crystal Disk Info. It basically checks the health of your hard drives, and you can literally click through them and you can see all the stats about your hard drives. You see, and as long as it says it's good, it's good. If it's not good, it's not good. I mean, that's self-explanatory, common sense kind of stuff. This SSD, this is my J drive. This one is probably 5 or 6 years old, this drive, and it's still at 99%, so I'm really chuffed with that one. Transcend, make good drives, those guys. This is my Samsung SSD that I got recently, February. When this thing moves. This is an NVMe drive, so yeah, see. So anyway, those are the basics, IT basics. Google is your friend, and if you don't come to Discord, somebody here will help you out if I'm not here. Right, so we're still loading. We've got 2 minutes left, and I haven't done much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this thing down so I don't have to go look for it. I'm in fact going to start my APU already, gentlemen, because if I click the wrong button at the wrong time, it's going to kick me out again. So we'll see. Now, just a quick disclaimer, if the loading in SAM doesn't work, after I enabled external loading in the Zibo tablet, I did not restart my X-Plane. So it might need it or it might not need it. We're going to find out just now. Right, the rest is set up there. Let's quickly do this one. That one over there. CYVR. CYLW. Right, our departure is going to be YVR 126. I think we said 26 is, we've moved position. Let me just go check which one it is now. Yeah, we're going to be on 26, right? That's true. Right, and our arrival is ILS Zulu 16. That one's right, that one's right. So that's done. Excellent, Tommy. I just hope they leave it now because I don't see why they have to fiddle with it anymore. It was working, then they broke it, then they now fixed it. So, whatever. I'll speak to Martin in the week. I was not going to bother him over the weekend because he said he'll work on it next week. So, we'll talk with him next week. Right, so there is a discontinuity. We don't care because it's a vector. We're going to vector ourselves. We must just make sure about it. Right, then I'm going to execute it and go to my next page. Also, let's check our weather. CYVR. Search. 2978. Pretty nice. Alright, so we are going to fly a runway heading and then we're going to vector ourselves around. What I'll do is I'll climb to like 2,000 or 3,000 foot. I will then lift the YVR into the primary position at the top and I'll execute it and then just switch to LNAV, let it actually automatically change our direction, then just follow the magenta line instead of us vectoring with the heading select. So maybe a better plan. Right. Then let's step through quickly. That's our plan. Right, we need to go back and fix that. It's got a bit of an overflow. So that bow, I suppose it should be Whitman if we pronounce it full out. So let's go and look for that one. WT man. That bow. Suppose it goes there and there. There we go. And then we have a straight in from there. Perfect. Right. I'm not worried about that in the slightest. But just for continuity, let's just put that in there. I'll lift it another one higher when we get there. At least we take out the discontinuity. Maybe I feel better that way. Right, preferences. Right, now let's go check all of these things before we go anywhere and do anything. It's still loading. Package is still loading. Right, then I'm going to just wait for it for a little while longer. Let's get the APU on the bus. Right, so in terms of pushback, and do up planning quickly. Oh. A kink in the line there anyway.
Down to cockpit,
good
plan
enough.
acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Good enough. Did we get this? No, we didn't. But it's a short route, guys. I've got family coming over later. If you don't mind, we're not going to fly for 2-3 hours. We're just going to do a quick one. But it's worth it. We purposefully set the time of day to daytime so you guys can actually see the beauty of this place. I just hope there isn't, you know, an overload of cloud cover, you know, that we can actually show you the nice orthos we've got here. It's really, really cool. Wrong one. That's the one. Right, so let's go double check everything before we continue. So we've used 10 kilograms of the fuel already according to my plan and calculations. As for the APU, there's another one going, another kilogram going. What we'll do, heck of it, go there, just put it on short. If we need to actually add anything, we can just top it up. Right, loading's finished. Right, okay, well, that is in the ballpark. That's definitely in the ballpark. If we look at what was planned, 4454 on the fuel, 0 fuel weights, payloads, they didn't change. And so they've taken out their miscalculation. Hallelujah, that's awesome. And we've obviously started using the APU, the fuel, you know, is coming down there. So we'll come back to that one later. Let's quickly go check. If we need to get Edge on the screen. If we look at the fuel, see, it's not matching because of us using the APU. Plan is takeoff weight 67.1. Alright, so we've used obviously some of it. That's taken away. 0 fuel weight still 62.7. That's what we worry about. And then our reserves is 17. Cost index is 20. And we're going to fly to 70. Right. 138.14 and 14 at -9. Right, Top Cat, where is Top Cat? Just want to update the weather in it quickly. Right, so we are going to take to 6, right? Got the weather now. That is our actual weight. We set perhaps 5, so let's compute. Let's see what it tells us. Alright, so I'm going to use SEL 45 and we're going to see that we get as close as possible to those values. We want to climb, don't want to waste time. Take off. Flaps 5.
Ready for pre-flight procedure.
Alright, there we go. Before start procedure, need to start getting busy.
Before start procedure.
Right, so we've got slightly less. It's amazing. Some days this thing is so spot on, and other days it's like, yo, it's terrible. At least our V2 is correct. Okay, well, suppose we won't die. I see you pushing, Uncle John.
as you said,
Before start
engine
procedure
start,
complete.
iPod.
Okay. I didn't say engine
Ready
start. I
for
said
before start checklist.
doesn't matter. I'll say engine start in 2 minutes. You win. It's fine.
Trim up.
Right though, so that is done. That is done. Beacon is on. Belts on. But let's see the situation with Sam now. There we go. Ah, this time it's releasing. Last night it stuck on my door until it actually broke loose. It looks so funny. Right, so let's start the flight.
Ground and cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Right though, Tow is driving up, gents. I shall be pushing in a minute. Three. Got control. Not like 37. Oops, that was a bit much. Right, we're going to go ahead and select.
Okay.
Alright, we're not
All
going to
doors
change
and hatches are closed.
or use
Ready to
VNAV
connect.
at this time. We're going to then go 20 more. 67. And then what will happen is when we actually engage it, probably will lift another 20 there, just for fun. We're going to have a bit of acceleration. Right, so Linda set the trim, everything is okay. What's the situation on the ground, gentlemen? Am I the last one off now again? Everybody else going?
Half of the course, sir. Half of the course.
Okay.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Hello, Robert.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Thank you, Linda.
and 2.
Sierra, Mike 7. Mike 7. Rui, good morning.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
May also be used as ramps. This aircraft has escape path lighting in the aisle. Red
Wow.
lights or an exit sign will indicate you have reached an exit. In an emergency event.
Remember 3 minutes, gentlemen.
Hey, firm.
Yes, Nico.
25 and 2.
Right, so we're going to take that one. On our side, on the other map, it says M2. Then we're going to go on M. Then we said M7. Should go there. That's the plan, at least.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Thank you, Linda. Yes, it does. It also gives you 3D clouds, so you can fly through them. They don't go and fold away when you get close to them. Your 2D clouds all have that thing where they actually just fold away instead of allowing you to fly through them. You know, so this is really nice for me. Yes, Steve, I think I need to ask for that. Let me put that in as a request. That's a really good one. That's a really good one.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Ready for before taxi procedure. Flaps 5 set.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Yoga.
Thank you.
Taxi lights on.
That sun is harsh, eh? Glad we're not taking off into it. Enjoy, David. What happened to you now? Did I miss you? Did you crash out or what?
Toga?
Okay. I think you might have lost your network connection. It disappeared off my screen.
Okay, I'll check that.
Right, so 3 minutes. Yeah, now you're back on my screen. And there you go.
Be aware, David, that they are still having some problems with EFIS.
Yeah.
One or two people are constantly dropping out.
Before
Yeah,
takeoff
okay,
procedure.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see some notes about that.
Before takeoff procedure.
Okay, the cabin is
Before
secured. Have a
takeoff
good flight.
procedure complete.
Thanks, Linda.
Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Looks like we're 4 guys flying together today. That's nice. It's keys. Sam, follow me. Windows, show, hide, follow me, start guidance. There we go. So Control Shift S. Done. Hey, there you go. Thank you so much, Tommy. Brings it up and hides it. There you go. Good idea. I think you win the golden star today. That's nice.
You flying with us, Kevin?
I'll have a little look. I might just appear.
But I'm going to slowly start lining up and all there's 1 minute left.
Does anybody know 008 is by any chance?
Anthony, as far as I know.
Yeah, Anthony.
Approaching 26 right. On runway 26 right.
Yeah, he says it's him. Right, okay, that's 3 minutes. Let's go. Toga.
Stabilized.
I have to calibrate my pedals in the air again. Very sensitive.
Takeoff
Yeah.
set.
Hate it when that happens. It's been good for a couple of flights now, and all of a sudden I feel so
Throttle
love again. Look at this. Almost rolls. I'm moving it like 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters. Crazy.
positive rate.
Yeah, up. There we go. Let it climb slightly, and what I said earlier is we're going to go to the legs page. We're going to quickly lift the YVR. See, it already draws our flight path for us over there. All we need to do when we're in the right position is just click execute and go on to LNAV. That will sort it for us. We'll wait until about 2,000 feet, then we'll turn. We don't wake all these aunties with the curlers in their hair, you know. Don't lead them off so early on a Sunday morning.
Flaps 1 set.
Alright, getting there. 2,000 LNAV, there we go. Execute. Oops. Well,
Flaps
anyway,
set.
still on track. Execute first. Christopher Zibo didn't elaborate what you see in the pinned comment here in YouTube. That's a changelog I have. I don't know. I don't know what he means by it. He never explained it. We haven't spoken physically yet again. Cresta, it's on VNAV, it's doing its own thing, my friend. I don't know why it's high. It's climbing. Must be the video angle there. Now, where's Scotsman when you need him to say that's beautiful? Pretty. What does he always say, Uncle John?
Nice.
Nice. That's it. That's it. It's something like that. It's almost nice. This is a beautiful route. Now we're doing the ILS on runway 16 approach. If you do the RNAV on the other runway, it's even prettier. We're going to see enough so that the cloud cover doesn't interfere with us.
I'm doing the RNAV.
Oh, you come in from the other side. Okay. So the wind was like 6 knots. I was seriously thinking of doing the same.
Change it.
I suppose. Check the weather as I get closer. Hope you started your ACARs. Oh, you did. Very nice.
Approaching transition. Transition altitude.
Descending.
Okay, so not to be caught unprepared. There's the top of descent already. It's not a very long flight, so I'm going to quickly start setting up. Uncle John, what do you have your QNH over there at this moment for the landing?
1,000 to go.
1004, sir.
Okay, so that should be 2964, I think.
2965.
Yes, now let me rather check that. Okay, cool. CYLW. Okay, I've still got it at 2964, so I'll have to keep my eyes and ears peeled. Changes. In forecast 29.64. 50 and 100. Here we go. That's what those. Sorry, say again?
I might have to make way for Anthony. He's
Ready for
running
descent
parallel
procedure.
with me at the moment. I'm not sure. He might get in before me.
Okay. 16. Alright, okay, so that is done. It's 900 kg, so that's 64.
John, you proceed. I'll go into a hold.
No, you're fine, mate. You carry on if you want. I mean, you're north of me, so you're going to arrive, I think, a couple of minutes before me.
But you're not on Iveo, are you, Anthony?
He is, Nico.
Oh, he is. Oh, I see him. Yeah, sorry, Anthony. Just saw you now. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I think he arrived maybe 2 minutes before me.
Which runway are you using, Anthony? Because that's the other thing. Uncle John's using the RNAV on what's it, 32?
No, I'm going to use the ILS.
On 16, okay. Alright, so it's going to make a difference. You guys will just have to coordinate when you get there.
No, it's fine. He's going to be well in before me.
Okay. Yeah, this is now kind of a bummer. We wanted to show the people the scenery here, and now we cloud surfing, literally. Hello, Paul. Good morning. What will happen is when we descend, it will look better. So let's do that. When we go down, 130. What's 1,200? Right, the brake 2 should be fine. Minimums 1660. Yeah. There you go. All set.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sasso.
Morning, Sasso.
How are you, sir?
All good. Finally off for a couple of days. So enjoying the weekend, or half of the weekend.
Okay. Did you have a good week, Sasa?
Yes, it's been very busy. Well, I was on early, so early alarm every day.
Okay.
But other than that, it was fine. Yeah, absolutely. We managed. There was a bit of weather all over Europe, but nothing too difficult. At the end, it was mainly just rain.
Okay.
It was okay. Yeah.
Cool,
How
cool.
about you? All good?
Yeah, thankfully.
Nice.
This is 17B that I'm flying now, and played around a little bit here with the center display. I'm not sure what to look for, and Zibo didn't really also explain this trim story, so I don't know if you know more than me, but
Approach pop-up descent.
as far as I'm concerned, it flies beautifully.
Heading rows in EFIS approach door mode. Okay, so if you go into no, not this one. Press center again to get out of the BSD.
Look, yeah, look.
Okay, yeah, give me a second. Okay, so EFIS mode nav frequency disagree. That's because you have the ILS yet. Tune the viewer, perfect. Heading rows. Well, that VR is now too far away. That's
Yeah,
why we are not
okay.
getting any information.
Let's see if I get one closer quickly.
Yeah.
We go to my different map. Hold on. There isn't a VOR over here. Damn it. I'm looking.
Oops.
Yeah, we've got NDPs, but no VORs that I can see. I'm looking. Ah, there should be one. There's one. Hope it will work. There you go.
190, yeah, B6. We got it. Course 159, that's your actual course. Are you sure it's a VR and not just a DME? Because we're getting only the distance.
I see.
not
I
the-
see. Well, I'm going on what I see on the map. That was the closest one I could see just now. Let's see if I can.
You know what you can do? No, go in map mode. Sorry, go in plan mode. And then press Sierra Tango Alpha.
There's one. YDC. Let me go find that one on the map.
You can find on the database as well in the FMC. Let's see
Okay.
if it works. Get the ident, which is Victor Delta Charlie, and then go into initref.
Initref.
Yes. Index nav data on the right. And then nav date ident. So take the ident, write down the ident.
Yes. YDC.
So, yes, and take the first on the right. Yeah. Nav op. We should get the information technically. Try, but I don't think it's that one. No, we don't get the frequency.
Let me look for it on the map quickly.
Yeah.
YDC. I don't see it. Promise you I don't see it. Like 40 miles away. What's that?
Yankee Delta Charlie VOR. Okay, it's a VORTAC. The frequency should be 113.9. Let's see if it works.
And
Okay, now we have the course deviation bar, you can see, so it's
Yeah.
actually working. Perfect. Now we are crossing on the north side of it, so take course 180.
there.
Okay, 180 is there, so we are going there. Let me see the RMI there. The VOR is the dotted one, and is showing that is on our right actually. You can see we are crossing the radial there. We are crossing radial 175 or 176 now, more or less, and it's coming down to 180. The RMI, the one below the standby horizon, if you take the arrow to the right to IDF, just click the arrow to the right. Okay, that's it. So it will be parked. And you can see that the small line, let's say the other arrow, the one filled in, is actually moving because we are crossing the VR on our right, so it's kind of moving clockwise. And we are now crossing radial 158, probably 160-ish. So if you take heading 160 on the course, we should see the course deviation bar kind of aligned.
Yeah.
That's it. 160, yeah, keep increasing, and you will see you are actually now on radial 160, and you are moving away from it.
Yeah, I can see.
As far as I can see, it all looks pretty fine here. We have the small triangle, which means with that the VR is on our right, so it's all looking good.
Good.
Yeah. And if you go, of course, in map mode, in approach mode, you will get the error message, which means that the system recognizes that you are not using an ILS frequency at the moment, which is fine. Yeah, that's what you need. So all looks fine to me. Eating the road.
Good stuff. Thank you, Sasso. Right, now we can actually look a little bit outside, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
So Nico, I heard a lot of trim sound. So could you please look at the trim position? How is it now?
About 6.
Ah, okay, it's okay.
Yeah, we missed a lot of the beauty of this place, but anyway. Okay, Steve.
Nico.
Yes.
What's the weather at the destination airport?
We have 160 at 7 knots, 9 statute miles visibility, fuel at 1,500, 06 is the temperature, altimeter 2964.
Okay. What's the elevation of the airport?
I think 1,320 or something. plus minus.
You wanna try a visual approach?
Why? We can, but why?
No, just to try something new for the people.
Okay.
If you want.
Yeah, we can do that.
I mean, if you want, on Discord I can guide you through.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
I
fine.
just wanna see what the terrain looks like because I don't want you to get too low.
We've got
a bit of terrain.
mountains, and we're gonna go down a valley, basically.
Okay. No, then I was joking.
Clear the exit.
Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah, that would not sound good.
It's fine. We'll do it next time.
Yeah, hold on.
Flight level 100. Landing light switches on.
Yesterday I flew with the captain, and he was telling me in the previous company was flying for. He flew, well, I'm talking about 15 years ago, or even more than this, and they managed in one of the Canaries airports. The training captain did a visual approach to half of a mile from the runway. So he managed to do the final turn only one way with the touchdown.
Wow.
Yeah. 15 years ago you can do this. Unfortunately now all the airports, even if you ask for the visual approach, they will tell you the distance from threshold, mainly for noise abatement and procedure reason.
Gotcha.
You got all a nice crosswind,
Sorry, Uncle John, on my screen it doesn't show a crosswind at all. So it might be in the sim, but not in the meter. So yeah, cool. Enjoy.
1000 to level off.
Currently 13 knots over 2 o'clock.
Okay.
To level off.
Pity the autos look so different here. There's the scene right there. That looks better. The links to the scenery is in the description below the video, but the stuff that you see currently, this is Orthos. I can't remember who the provider is I used to make it, but it was the best I could get at that time. Maybe We'll have to retry them sometime.
Traffic.
Flaps 5 set.
Sorry, David. Mike was muted there. I thought you were going to cut in front of me, so I started slowing down. I'm busy increasing my speed to get distance between us.
No, it's all good. I can just do an orbit. It's fine.
If you slow down, if you slow down minimum approach speed, we'll be fine. I'll run through to the end.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
We're going to go for auto brake 1. We'll run through to the end. Michelle, good morning. Check the vertical speed of the cabin in the overhead. See what it's indicating. Hope you can see that. So it's busy depressurizing now. Blogger man, it's getting really close to the real thing. It's much better than it was.
Radio
yes, I've tried 16 many times. I did the test flights on it until Flight Sim did the real world / real pilot tests for us. So I like it. I really like the way it's landing. Sasso, have you tried 16 now with the new landing reduced ground effect?
I'm honest, I tried just a couple of times, just 2 or 3 times, and it looks fine to me.
Okay.
Really nice, yeah.
Right, and there's Alex as well on stream. Hello, Alex. Did you get to try it, Alex? And what's your thought on it as a real pilot? What do you think of this new reduced ground effect? Excellent, Michelle. That's good to know. Right, so David, I'm going to have to slow down a little bit to actually get to land.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. Yeah, I'll just... Yep, cool.
Do we need the landing gear up?
So you've got a comment there on the stream. I don't know if you're actually watching the stream, but Michelle Vanini saying hello.
No, I was watching you on
Discord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flaps 15 set.
Hi, Michele. Yeah.
Localizer capture.
All good, absolutely. Just very, very busy.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
Michele.
Michele. All right, I'll
yeah.
Change my pronunciation. Sorry about that. Sorry, Uncle John.
Flaps 30 set.
Nico.
Yes.
You are high.
I see. Now I'm gonna go past.
Okay.
I was a bit high.
the distance from the runway?
Me, I'm on top of the runway.
Ah, okay.
I think I can
Yeah.
do so. I'm just gonna follow the Mr. Bridge, turn around, come back.
Flaps 10 set.
Maybe on flaps 15. Why is it so difficult? There we go.
Flaps 15 set.
Air up. There you go, David. All yours.
Oh, thank you.
Can I guide you, Nico, for a short approach?
Yeah, do what you need to do.
I mean, if you want, I'm watching you on Discord. That will be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so speed brake down the tent.
Alright,
Okay.
Linda locked my freaking gear again, so let me just try and get my gear up. This woman is killing me. I'm gonna smack your freaking hands. Look.
No, I know Nico why. I know Nico. Push Toga. She will go away from the approach. Okay. Now manually reduce the thrust. So disconnect the auto throttle.
Hold on. No, she's not. She's absolutely killing me here. Hold on. To get control back over this. Okay. Right, so what do you want me to do? Auto throttle off.
Okay, no, first of all, go in level change. Press level change.
Yeah.
Okay, now 4,000 or 5,000 in the MCP altitude. Forget the misapproach.
Okay.
Perfect. Vertical speed now.
Yeah.
500 feet a minute in the climb. Perfect. Now, speed brings to the up speed. Okay, perfect. Now we will accelerate and start to retract to flaps 5. Perfect. Okay. Now you can do the acceleration and then remain on, when you have the flaps up, go maximum 220, no more than that.
Okay.
Flaps 2 set.
Yeah, it's just Linda giving you the, basically the approach, the landing checklist, kind of.
Yeah, Linda's really interfered now. Anyway. Okay.
Alright, fine. Now, what we can do there, we can start, yeah, maximum 220 is fine. We can start to turn to the right and get you on a downwind. So 159, 160, let's say 340. 340 should be okay in heading. Perfect.
Just want to check my wheels because this is crazy. Look where they're stuck.
Yeah, they're stuck. Alright, so we need to do something here. We need first of all to manage the gear problem. So what we can do on that heading, you can create an old at present position. So if you go in the old page,
need to be able to read it. Yeah.
Old page. Next old.
Next old.
There. Yeah. PPOS. So present position old.
Yeah.
Execute. Engage LNAV. That will do. Now, so the aircraft will stay in the old at present position. Now we try to recover the situation with the gear. So, yeah, let's try. Leave the gear down. Perfect. You are at a safe speed. Leave it down for a second. That's it. That's the problem.
Yeah, she's interfering. Let me try and stop her quickly. Don't know if that's gonna help, but anyway, let's try again.
It's just for, I mean, we can fly with the gear down. The only problem is the fuel. That's my concern.
She's killing me. You know what? Let's just fly with it down and get it over with.
Yeah, okay, fine. So what we can do now is go into the FMC.
Yeah.
I need the depth arrival for that runway that you were planning to use. What's runway 16, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's the ILS tool. Okay, you can execute that. Now going to the next page, and we have the old. Measier, that's the... Okay, go on the next page. 4,200, that's the FAP, which is 7 miles from the runway. That's TATV. Okay, take TATV. Yeah, take it and put it after the old. Okay, you can execute that. Perfect. Now let me check on the map how it looks like. Okay, that's the old. Fuel wise 1.9, a bit close. Okay, start to go to the right. Press heading select so we get out from the old. Perfect. Okay. Now, take TATV on top. TATV on top. Yeah, execute for now. Now, take TATV again.
Yeah.
And now we create a point at 90 degrees from that. So 160 is the inbound, plus 90 is 250. So right, 250.
Yeah.
Slash 4. And press over TATV. Execute. Connect to TATV. And make the speed at the TAT 01, 180 or below. Nope.
Oops.
Yeah, with the flash.
Forgot.
No problem. Below. Perfect. Execute, that's it. Job is done. Now, continue the right turn. Continue all the way. You can go 340. And take TAT 01 on top again. LNAV. Perfect.
Okay.
Now VNAV page.
Yeah.
VNAV. Go back in previous page. Write 5,000. Okay. Don't execute. Make the speed 220. Target speed 220. Which is the speed we have at the moment.
Not allowing me.
Okay, execute first and then make it 220. Execute.
Okay.
Fine. Now, 17 nautical miles to our new top of the sand. VNAV is available if you want.
Yay.
That's it. Okay. Now, if you increase the range, you can see that you have a nice short approach plan there.
Very nice.
Okay. And you will close. Well, you'll have to look at that terrain. It's a bit closer to the terrain. So, we can do one thing now. Because we will have that terrain a bit closer. And I don't like that.
We're not scared, Sasso. We're not scared. I'm just telling you.
No, I know. But if you have pull up, then it's not nice. So what we can do, go into, go. Okay, what we can do, we close at 4 nautical miles then from the runway. Okay, so, next page, take the runway point / -4. No, slash first. Yeah, -4 and take over the runway. Execute. Perfect. Make that altitude next to it 2820 hard altitude. So / 2820. / 2820. Wonderful. Execute. Now take TAT 01.
Yeah.
Select it. / -4. over at 01.
Sorry?
Over at 01, yes. And then press waypoint 01 after this point. Waypoint 01 after that. Execute. Now, 2800 in the MCP. Okay, level change. P breakout. Flap 1. I'm gonna make you close at 4 nautical miles from the runway this time, okay?
Okay.
Leave El Nav will be fine. We are a bit high, but we're the gear down, which means we drop like a stone. Start to reduce 180 knots, flaps 5. Keep the speed breakout for now. Okay, flap 10.
Give me a second. Flap 10.
Perfect. What's the elevation of the airport?
I'll tell you now. Something like 1,300 or something. Just waiting for Navigraph.
1408.
1408.
Serious? My Navigraph not responding.
Don't worry. 14. Okay, stow the speed brake. Speed brake armed for landing. Flap 15. Reduce the speed. And flaps 30. Complete the landing checklist. Don't worry, that's just the rate of descent. Okay, turn right and continue down, Continue down or arm approach. Arm approach now, that's it. Complete the landing checks and you are good to land.
Right, okay. Just scanning over everything. We're fine. Just gonna increase my auto brake once more.
Yeah. And now you have the localizer and the glide slope that should come soon.
It misses.
Okay.
It misses
yeah,
the
go down
glide slope.
1,500. Go down 1,400. Vertical speed down 1,000. Or even more. Or you can disconnect and fly manually. You have to fly director kind of ish. But just align with the puppy.
Yeah, we'll fly manually, don't worry.
Yeah, that's it. But you are good. You are. I mean, slightly high, but just 300 feet is nothing. The glide is coming now back, so you have all your parameters. The glide slope will be captured in a second. Now the flight director is giving you good information. So now you can just follow the flight director, and you are back to a normal ILS.
500.
The speed is there, around 57%, and the job is done.
Yeah.
That's it.
3 approaching decision height.
Enjoy.
Thank you, sir. Last night we flew this route. That's why we wanted to do it again today. I didn't have this problem last night. It took the approach to ILS. Everything was working fine.
100.
So I'm not sure why it's not capturing this morning. I don't know.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I had the same, didn't catch it, so I can't fly it.
Complete. That's it, we are on the ground.
I love all those sticks standing there on the side, eh? Thank you guys. Glad you like it.
Looks like a proper up, eh?
Yeah.
And look at the fuel. We're still good.
Yeah, 1.4. We did good, Sasa. The guys like the stream. Look at the comments. I like it. Good feedback, guys.
Yeah, it's nice when you can plan this kind of approach. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And then, as I always say to you, if you put good information in the FMC, then you can use LNAV and VNAV if you want, or manual flight with the help of the flight director.
Yeah.
Only if you put good information in the FMC. Otherwise, it's gonna fly you into the mountain if needed.
Yeah.
That's, the FMC is there and it's paid to kill you if not instructed correctly.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. After landing procedure. Yeah, it worries me that it didn't pick up on the ILS. I mean, I flew this beautifully last night, and we had rain. If I didn't have the ILS last night, I would have been in trouble with the
this
rain.
one. I know on the last one that we did together, I know why he didn't catch the glide slope. He's not allowed to catch the glide slope before the lock is captured. That's the logic.
Okay, yes, of course.
So
that is
unless
perfect.
the localizer is within 1 dot, which it means he's coming, or alpha dot actually on the ILS, then the glide slope will not be captured.
Okay, I'm with you. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect sense.
That's why sometimes when you have this kind of approach in the middle of the mountain, the company and its procedure of the company will tell you, go down with LNAV and VNAV, and then only once you are completely established with the runway in front of you, arm approach. Just because LNAV and VNAV can guide you vertically and laterally, as we know by now, down to the threshold. So there is no really a rush to go into ILS now anymore.
Of course.
That's the idea.
Good idea, sir. Good idea.
And in fact, we switched into approach mode on this one, but technically what we could do is to go just down. That's why I asked what's the elevation of the airport, because technically by procedure for a visual approach, your minima is going to be 500 feet plus the aerodrome elevation, okay?
Yeah.
So what we could have done was leave LNAV and VNAV, which will get you aligned with the runway, VNAV down to airport elevation plus 500, so it was around 1,900, and then VNAV would have continued down towards the threshold. Instead, he leveled off and the glide slope just went down. That's why it didn't work.
Yeah, I see.
But it's fine, yeah. We can play with a bit more of visual approach and funny waypoint creation.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, definitely. If you've got time in the week or so, we can do some more streams in the evenings.
Yeah. Definitely, Tommy. Yes.
Yeah, no, we're gonna smack our hands or put something there to zap her or something. My goodness. I think when we do it again, I'll fly the model with Autoland, you know, the normal standard Zibo.
Yeah. Just guys, we had this kind of issue with the gear. Remember that the FMC prediction in terms of fuel burning is in normal situation, so without the gear down, okay?
Yeah.
If the gear is down stacked for some reason, then the fuel prediction in the FMC is not correct. So don't follow it.
Yeah. There you go, gentlemen. Thank you so much for flying with. That was really a nice flight, huh? Taking a few pics here. Shutdown procedure. Why are you not listening? Shutdown procedure. Oh, I switched her off. Remember, I switched the plug-in off, so she's on autopilot now. They're supposed to do all her work now.
She will go on strike, I promise you.
Oh no. It's a pity by switching off the plug-in we didn't get it to stop fiddling, you know. Anyway. Right, so that is all done. Thanks, Tommy, you too.
Good day, Tommy.
Right, and take the chocks.
Thank you kindly, gentlemen. Enjoyable.
Yeah. Thanks for flying with, Uncle John. Thanks, Bill. Open and doing its job now. Right. Well, I need to go and prepare for the family's arrival. You guys go have fun, whatever you do for the rest of your Sunday. And I'm not promising, but if we can, we'll try and do a stream again later this evening, my time. So until then, stay well, guys.
Bye. Have a good day.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Asso.